Hi, it's Leanne, the lawyer again. And I'm outside. And I love it so much. So, here's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So, we've been talking about deeds, right? So, deeds are really, really cool in a certain way if you're a lawyer and you're kind of geeky. And I feel like maybe you and me, we're brothers and sisters, aren't we? We're both kind of dorky. We're feeling the deeds, right? Right. Well, one of the great special things about deeds is that, especially with a general warranty deed, there's things in them called covenants. Now, you hear the word coven and you're thinking, oh, witchy, right? Like witches, coven, dance around the fire at night. No, that's a different kind of coven. We're talking about covenants, okay? And these are things that are promises, things that say, hey, look, I'm going to make sure things go well for you in this deed. So there are certain covenants, and they go along, and they all are encapsulated in this whole idea of what's called the Six Express Warranties. Sounds pretty heavy, right? Getting into this legal stuff. But an express warranty is a warranty that you have expressed. I've stated it. And in property transfers, these things are generally written down, okay? They are expressed to you. An implied warranty is not something that we're dealing with today, but that would be something that you could kind of read between the lines to get to. That would be an implied warranty. Well, these are express warranties, and there are 6 of them that are going to go in your general warranty deed. This is what people generally think of when they think of general warranty. What can you do to give me that warm, fuzzy feeling that the property I'm getting isn't going to be ripped out from under me at some time in the dark of the night, right? Okay, so let's talk about what these 6 express warranties are, and they all start with the word covenant. Okay, so don't let that word scare you. Again, not the witches. Okay, just saying. There are 6 of them, and I want you to pay attention to the way that they're worded. Okay, so they're all going to start out with the word covenant, and then they're going to say covenant of something. So basically it's saying I'm promising to do this other thing. So the first one is covenant of season. Okay, now this is not like seasoning on your food, a little bit of salt and pepper, very nice. It's not talking about, oh, fall is a season. No, this is actually spelled, and I'm looking at it right now because I'm not a speller, I'm a lawyer. Might play a speller on TV. Covenant of season, S-E-I-S-I-N. Okay? The way I remember this is a very old word. This goes way, 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 way back to England. Okay? It literally meant they would give you like a clump of the earth and hand it to you when they were transferring property. Okay? We don't do that anymore. But what the covenant of season is promising, I'm promising you season, which means I have seized it. I've seized the property. That's the way I like to think about it. I've seized the property. It is now in my grubby clutches. And if I'm going to give it to you, you're the buyer. Okay, I'm the current owner of the property. I'm going to be the grantor in the situation, or the seller. I'm saying that in the past, I have seized the property. It is in my grubby clutches. And I'm promising you that I have that, and it is mine. Okay, I have ownership of it. It is mine. So that is the covenant of season. That's all I'm promising you. Now, if it turns out that I am lying to you and I do not have ownership or possession of this property, okay, at the time I deliver the deed to you, you can call me on it, and that's called breach. You can say, oh, you've breached the warranty, okay? So the way I would breach it is if you discover at the time I give you the deed that I actually did not have possession of the property. I hadn't seized it, right? And what would you get? What remedy would you get? How would it make you feel better that I've now done this to you and you're upset? It's money. I'd have to pay you, okay? And this is something that is considered a present covenant. Okay, it's present because when I hand you the deed at present, if I do not have possession of the property and you call me out on it, it's all happening right now. It's not happening in the future. It's happening right now. Okay, we got that person grabbing it, right? Let me run another one by you. Okay, so number 2, covenant of the right to convey. So covenant again, what am I promising? I'm promising you, the buyer, that I, the current owner of the property, the grantor, that I have the right to convey this piece of property to you. Okay, I'm allowed, not only do I own it, but I'm actually allowed to give it to people. Because sometimes you might own something, but there might be something preventing you, and you don't have the authority to give it to anybody else. I'm saying, not only do I own it, but I have the right to give it to you. Okay? Again, this is present. You'll find this out at the time of the deed. I mean, you look at the deed, you don't have that right. You can call me out on it. Again, I would have to pay you money. Okay? We're good? Next one. The covenant against encumbrances. I am promising you that the property in question doesn't have anything encumbering it. So you're like, what the hell does that mean? Oops. Sorry. H-E double toothpicks. What does that mean? That means I'm saying there's nothing on this property. There's no liens. There's no easements. There's no restrictions. There's no debts. There's nothing encumbering you. Think about that word, cumbersome. It's nothing encumbering you if you own this property. It's free from all that. So my covenant is against encumbrances. How do I breach that? Again, this is another one of these present ones. All 3 of them so far have been present. When we transfer the deed, and you say, wait a minute, there's easements, there's a lien, all this stuff. What's wrong with you, you jerk? And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so you can call me out on it. You can call me. You can say, I've breached the warranty. Again, and I would owe you money. Okay? Hopefully I don't breach that warranty, but me giving you all these promises is making you feel warm and fuzzy about the whole transaction. Okay, now the next 3 are all going to be future covenants. Okay, these are all things that I promise to you that once you move in, you know, you got your couch in there, you filled up the fridge with all your stuff, you got your dog, it's pooping in the yard, okay, you live there. Okay, I'm going to promise you that once you move in, okay, I got past all the present ones, once you move in, nothing's going to happen that's going to cause somebody to come and steal your home in the dead of the night because somebody else has a claim to it. So these are these future promises. So the first one is going to be the covenant of further assurance. Okay, this is me promising you that if something should come up in the future, if there's a problem, because I don't know about it, I mean, I wouldn't have made this promise if I knew there was something floating around out there, right? Or I would have taken care of it already. That I'm going to come back, and just to make you happy, I'm going to take care of it. This is my further assurance that, look, I'm telling you nothing's going to come up. But if it does, I'm going to take care of it for you. That is the covenant of further assurance. How do I breach that? If something comes up and you can't find me. I'm gone. I'm not there to help you. Okay? How do we get a remedy there? It's called specific performance. In this case, it is not money. Okay? I'm going to have to fix it for you. I can't just pay it and throw you money and make that go away. I actually have to come in and fix the title for you. Okay? The next one is your covenant of quiet enjoyment. Okay, so I've already given you the further assurances. I'm going to swoop in if something happens. Quiet enjoyment, I'm promising you that you're not going to suffer any consequences of a defective title. Okay, you can quietly enjoy your property without fear that you are going to be evicted. Okay, this is very, very similar to the further assurances. The further assurance says I'm going to come in and I'm going to help you. This one is specifically saying, look, I'm saying nobody's going to come. Okay, so the covenant of quiet enjoyment is, look, you can sleep well at night. You can quietly enjoy this property. I'm promising you that. Nobody's going to come. The further assurance is, if they do, I got your back. See the difference? Very slight, but they're both separate promises. If you find that somebody does make a claim on it, you can come after me for money damages. And remember, with the further assurances, if I don't fix it, you're going to force me to fix it. Okay? And then the very last one is the covenant of general warranty. This is also a future situation. This is where I promise to defend you against any lawful or reasonable claims of superior title, and I'm going to indemnify you for any loss that you sustained. Now, I threw some lawyer language in there, a little bit of legal jargon, don't panic. Basically what this means, if somebody comes and tries to sue you for the property, I'm jumping in and I'm going to defend you and I'm going to take care of it. And if you lose any money, if you end up having to pay any money as a result of these lawsuits, I'm going to go ahead and I'll give you that money. I'll pay it for you. That's what indemnify means. Now, how can this be breached? Is if you get sued and I don't show up, right? Okay? And again, the way I fix that is I give you money. Does that make sense? Okay, good. I hope everybody has warm and fuzzy feelings about their property and about all these different covenants. I hope nobody is thinking that it has to do with witchcraft. I did say HE double toothpick, and I feel sorry about that, and I apologize. And I've made it all day today insect-free. Wait. Oh, God. Never mind. See you next time.